We now have a brief talk by Chris Jewitt, Food and Drink Specialist, International Trade Advisor, UK Trade and Investment. The presentation will focus on Northern Powerhouse Food and Drink Trade Mission to India. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chris Jewitt.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chris Jewitt. I'm from UK Trade and Investment. So you may tell from my accent or from my distinct lack of hair, I'm not David Cameron or George Osborne. But I am here today to talk to you about our mission to India. I have to say it's a real pleasure to be here in Mumbai. It's been 4 years since I was last here, perhaps in a very, very different role. And the pace of change here, is tremendous. In my previous roles, I worked in India primarily within the sourcing capacity and on supply chain development. And I have to say, it was a privileged role. I worked with an ethical retail company, working with producers, farmer organizations, agricultural cooperatives, and Indian food brands right across India. And during that time, I learned quite a lot working so closely with Indian companies. I learned that we shared a lot of common values, a set of common values. And that is, we're hardworking, we're passionate, we have a commitment to quality, we're creative, and we have a determination that gets us up every morning to try and make a living. And I think those values, they're not too different to the set of values that are held across the regions that I'm here to represent today. Back in June 2014, the UK Chancellor, George Osborne, he acknowledged that the powerhouse of London continued to dominate the UK economy. And that wasn't healthy for the economy at all, or wasn't healthy for the country. He then went on to launch what we've called the Northern Powerhouse. The Northern Powerhouse is a collaboration of cities across the northern belt of the UK. And the Northern Powerhouse was brought together as a way of harnessing, I suppose, the economic power and the energy and passion across those regions in order to find a way to rebalance the UK economy. And I grew up in the northeast of England. I grew up in a small shipyard town just along the River Tyne, famous for building ships, famous for playing football badly, famous for selling beer. And that trading tradition continues. It continues to grow and to develop. And the northeast is actually the fastest growing UK region, as well as being the only region in the UK that has a positive trading balance. And you look at the northwest, who leads in employment growth. You look at the Yorkshire and Humber, who lead within the construction sector. And the north of England is well known for being industrious and creative, honest and productive. And we want to make the most of those strengths collaboratively in order to continue to grow our international profile. And when you look geographically, within 40 miles of Manchester, you have Liverpool, Hull, you have Sheffield, Lancashire, Cheshire, Yorkshire. And this is a belt of cities in such a small radius that have 10 million people working. If you can bring those cities together and connect them to Liverpool, to Hull, the northwest, and to the northeast, where I'm from, we believe that the whole will be greater than the sum of its parts. And today, the real drive behind our trade mission to India, I'm proudly joined by a range of companies, of food and drink companies from across subsectors, within bakery, within confectionery, soft drinks, contract bottling, coffee, supply chain, a very, very broad range of expertise and very, very strong companies. They're here to represent the UK and the Northern Powerhouse. Some of them are here in India for the very first time. Hands up. And I think they all enjoyed the chaos of Mumbai as well last night in their rickshaw rides. But these companies, they live and breathe those set of values that I mentioned earlier. And they've traveled thousands of miles this week to attend this conference. They share the passion and optimism, and they want to do business in India. they're here with open hearts and open minds to try and find partners, to develop relationships, and to try and find their way in the Indian market. So it's really on their behalf why I'm standing here just now. And I suppose I really want to close this down just to say, I want to say thank you for making us feel so welcome, and for those of us that have not been to India before, like many have expressed. And I do urge anybody who has an interest in the strong British brand and strong quality products to meet with us at our stall, which is A3, just on the side there at the back, and talk to our companies and see if we can do business together. Thank you.